Getting pretty sloppy here now. Not too much to say here. The market's just in compression, getting red and green candles mixed here. We get below the VWAP, we get above the VWAP. Just very, very tight range here right now. Colors changing back and forth down here. Q looking like about the same. A little bit stronger on the Qs. And all these indexes are at resistance right now. Gold down today. Gold down about just 1/10%. Meta down by 0.2% right now. Apple's still green, but coming back in. Google's still holding up pretty well, up about 1%, trading at 162.24. Again, I have a 160, 157.50 strangle on that. So my 160s are in the money by about 250 right now, 230. I paid $4 for it. Tesla was a nice pop. Once it got above that resistance level, popped up pretty nicely. Again, it's got room to 242.76. And you can trade stocks like Tesla, like we do SPY Super System trades on the SPY and the Q. By the way, you get a color change here, you get a pop above the VWAP, and you get a pop out of the box saying, well, Tesla could be a quick long, but you got to be very quick on these trades today. Tesla had a nice move right there. SPY just has not been able to do anything here since it's gap up and then just moved up nicely this morning, just compressing. So I'm just looking for some stocks that are overperforming right now. If you took this Tesla, you'd probably be out by now.
Here's the next time. That is not allowed. Got egg salad for lunch.
You got some egg salad left over?
Yep.
We get chicken salad too, and I got turkey.
Oh, well. Which one are you gonna eat? Probably the turkey.
Probably some turkey, yeah.
Oh, that's egg salad.
Still got some clam chowder.
Pardon me.
SPY a little break here, coming out of this dynamic compression zone with a pop out of the box. But we just really kind of chopping. This is a little bit of a break here, right here.
Do you mind if I finish it?
What?
Your salad?
Oh, no.
Your chicken salad?
No, of course not.
President Trump says just completed a very good phone call with President Zelensky of Ukraine. It lasted approximately 1 hour. Much of the discussion was based on the call made yesterday with President Putin in order to align both Russia and Ukraine in terms of their requests and needs. We are very much on track, and I will ask Secretary Rubio and National Security Advisor Wyse to give an accurate description of the points discussed. Statement will be put out shortly.
Pretty tight price action here on the SPY. Again, trying to get out of this dynamic compression zone. Hey, saw Hershey week with room down to the 50. First, you're not taking anything before the FOMC. Yeah, nope, I don't blame you. Yeah, Hershey really weak today, down almost 2%, and got the 50 down there. Yeah, it's a decent short, HSY. Consumer defensive are, they ran up pretty good when the market was coming down, but since the market started to bounce a little bit, most of the consumer defensive stocks are selling off a little bit. Procter & Gamble just up 29 cents today, sitting right at the 50-day moving average. General Mills down about 2.5%. They actually had their earnings coming out. I guess they had them today. Again, SPY pretty much right at yesterday's high, 565.02. It's at 565.09 right now. Just quite a lot of resistance right there at yesterday's high. Just above the 8 exponential on a daily chart. About 1:45. Dash is strong, Ollie. Yeah, I looked at Dash. I see it. Resistance 191.35. It's strong compared to the market, but it's a terrible daily chart. Really awful. I mean, this is. You see what you're saying here? It's got relative strength. You can see it's moving up through the 50 right here, through the 8, but a lot of resistance right there. And this is just chop city here lately. It's been coming down. It does have probably can draw an algo line here. Probably off of here to here. That's where it needs to clear for me to go along. It's got to clear above that, which would take it right above the 191.35. Big volume in FCX again. We talked about this last week. FCX, awful lot of volume going through on the $50 calls for May 16th. They're 43 by 44 cents. That's $110 out of the money, but somebody just bought 55,000 contracts on that.
On BHC launches, announcing launch of private offering.
SPY moving up here now.
Notes.
Finally get a little sustained move in the SPY. Yeah, nice move in FCX and nice big unusual option activity. They had been purchasing the 45 calls. I think that's the ones we followed them into last week. $45 calls. They've got open interest in that of about 72,000. But the 50s had an open interest of about 9,600, and somebody just bought 55,000 of those things today. So there's some unusual option activity going on in FCX for May 16th. Which is just before earnings, by the way, on 4/20. April 22 is earnings, not May. So this is after earnings. Somebody's looking for a run up. SPY still moving up here a little bit.
You're busy today.
What?
I said you're busy.
Yeah, not too.
Huh?
Not really. Just calling. The market's it's moving up right now. Ugh. All right, so again, SPY's moving up here nicely. Tesla also moved up pretty nicely. Triple Q's doing the same. IWM doing the same. Netflix been very strong today. Kind of compressing right now. LUV's been the strongest airline. Best daily chart, but not doing much right here. CVS, which has bounced up but has gone green now for the day after pulling back pretty hard. And AMD also pulled back hard this morning. Nice little move up here, green now by 1.2%. Again, FOMC at 2 o'clock. It's about 7 minutes to 12. SPY making a nice move here. Since the open, this is the best move we've seen. What?
There's a pollen on my shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all colored. Yellow.
Yeah.
Yep, everything's blooming.
Oh, nasty, nasty.
Did you eat up? Did you eat already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Done did.
What?
Done did, I needed to.
Yep. Nice little move in the SPY. If you're in it, you probably want to get out of it now. And then CVS made a nice recovery. Pulled back pretty good this morning. Now it's green. The Google Strangle is profitable at the moment, not by a huge amount, but it is profitable. It's moved up to almost 163.
Remember some comments now by BlackRock on Bitcoin. It says Bitcoin is an emerging global monetary alternative.
There's Bitcoin stocks here this morning, up pretty nicely. This coin up about 4%. HYPOTHETICAL also up nicely, almost 3%. It's the Bitcoin grayscale here, up also about 3%. So cryptos are up this morning. Very volatile sector. Very volatile. Mara's up about 2.5%. They've been all over the place lately. They've had a pretty substantial pullback here in that last month. Coins pulled back from about 350 to 187.
On QCO, I have an AMD article that says Qualcomm poised to.
Mendel, do I recommend staying in CVS over the FOMC? I do, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to stay in it. Yep. Yep. I don't expect CVS to react anywhere near as much as some of the other stocks that will be impacted by what the Fed says, especially on inflation. CVS got a good daily chart here. I'm going to stick with it. I don't have a lot of positions on purpose, so. I have a Google strangle on, which I'll keep on. I'm actually looking for a couple of strangles to take over the Fed in case we get a big move. But the problem is the option prices are going to be inflated right now, which is going to be tough to get a good price on anything.
On the Unity announces enhanced engine performance and stability, new platforms, and AI-powered workflows at GDC 2025. That's on Unity.
You took VRTX. VRTX and nail stay the stay, good relative strength. Yeah, that's a nice little chart there, Ari. These are 20 single stock names that made unusually large moves on FOMC since 2022. Vertex right at the top. Interesting because pharmaceutical companies, the biotechs, typically don't react that much to market movements. But it's trading pretty high right now. The ATR on this thing is around $15. So a strangler or straddle is going to cost quite a bit. CVS also one that moves a lot. Interesting. Thanks for that, Ari. That's very interesting. The only thing I don't like about Vertex is its volume is down so much today. It's down. It's only got the 39% of average volume. Kind of like to see these things move. Well, let me take a look at the pricing on it. 507.50s. Yeah, pretty big spreads on these things. Going to be about 845. That's pretty good, actually. 845 for if you can get filled at 845 on a 507.50 straddle. It's got a 1503 normal move. That's pretty good. 845. I don't know if you can get filled on it though because the spreads are pretty wide. You get filled on it already, I'm assuming. Yeah, pretty wide spreads on it. You're gonna end up paying more like about $9.20 for it or so. SPY's pull back slightly, starting to move up again. Tesla pullback also right around to the 15. Right, about 12:10. Gonna get some lunch in just a little bit. Took out the FCXL. He's looking to re-enter. Yeah, I took some of those way out of the money calls that have that unusual option activity. You know, like $43 a contract, so pretty cheap. Mendel, what about taking debit spread straddles? Is there such a thing? No, that would be a strangle. Well, I see what you're saying. You're talking about a debit spread, but the debit spreads are directional. The debit spread would be, buying a call and selling a higher price call, or buying a put and selling a lower price put. But no, there's no such thing as a debit spread straddle. When you do a straddle or a strangle, when you long them, they're gonna be debits, but they aren't really spreads, because you're just looking for a big move one way or the other. Nice move off the lows on CWH. Sorry. Yeah. Terrible daily charts. I mean, they're trying to bounce here, but pretty bad. I can say the same thing about AMD that I bought, but it's above the 8 and the 15. CWH is above the 8 but below the 15. Debit spreads would be tough, Mendel, on a Fed day, just because you're trying to pick a direction, and that's really hard. Straddles and strangles, you can leg out of those things because it can shoot up and then shoot back down again, and you can make money on both the puts and the calls if you time it correctly. But it's very tricky, very tricky. Joshua, am I still in Sarepta short? Yeah, I'm still in it, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I was anticipating, I thought it would sell off. It sold off so hard yesterday on news. I thought it would continue down. I would not touch it right now. I wouldn't touch it right now. I mean, the only thing you consider with something like this would be a straddle or a strangle, which is what I tried to get on it yesterday, and I couldn't get in because the pricing was too skewed. So I took I took a short, which is going to end up being a mistake. About 10 minutes here. I'm going to grab some lunch. The SPY starts to pull back a little bit.
members watching it, NVIDIA, NVDA. Market Jensen says confident that margins will improve.
Hey, Alfie.
Go outside, yeah. I say go outside. You want to cry? Jumps on it. Ready for lunch here in about 5 minutes. Hopefully give the YouTube folks full hour.
Did you knock them off already?
Not yet. Oh yeah, the sandwich for lunch. Egg salad.
Chicken salad.
Chicken, oh chicken salad.
Figured I needed the,
Protein. There's protein in eggs there too.
there's no eggs, it's chicken.
No, it's egg salad. Is there, did you say there was egg salad left too?
No,
Oh, there isn't.
chicken salad.
Oh, I thought you said this morning there was egg salad left.
No, it's chicken.
Chicken salad. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, not
Write
the
it
egg salad.
off, every last
Jensen
stinking
says
bit of it.
cloud providers
Yeah.
will keep spending on AI.
This mail?
Yep,
Really?
pretty exciting, yeah. Take the plastic off and recycle it.
Perfect Windows, happy technicians. How about happy customers? Never mind happy technicians.
So did they come from, Precision,
11th of April.
oh, April?
Want to look at these before you recycle them?
No. Oh, frickin' Trump sandwich. White bread full of bologna with Russian dressing
Yeah.
and a small pickle.
I've seen that before.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Here's Alfie. Hey, big boy. I do indeed.
His last name, Lee.
Again, market made a nice little move here. This was probably the best SPY super system trade of the day right here. Have a couple of them that didn't work, but that broke out pretty nicely. I guess you don't know that until after the fact, but it was a nice one. And watching CVS, which is made a nice recovery here today after that pretty good pullback this morning. Right here, pulled back pretty hard, and was recovered nicely, up a little bit. Actually, it's down slightly, 2 cents right now, but it's basically flat for the day. AMD moving up. And Tesla right between the support and resistance levels right now. It moved up nicely off the bottom one we talked about this morning, the 231.52, where it needed to be off of, and it did. Moved up pretty nicely here, and then came back. Again, the Fed at 2 o'clock. It's right now about 12:20. So about an hour and a half, a little over.
Jensen says the top 4 cloud service providers have more than 3.6 million Blackwell GPUs.
Notice the flat earthers all around the globe. Please alert the authorities that tonight's total eclipse looks like this. And there's a picture.
What?
Oh, God.
Was that last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just shows a flat line coming across the moon.
A flat line?
Uh-huh. A flat shadow.
What were they thinking it was going to be?
Well, you know, the flat earthers, they don't believe that the earth is round.
Well, the flat Earth is. If the Earth was flat, everybody would be in sunlight at the same time in the whole world.
Yeah.
The whole thing is absurd. Flat line is sick. Oh boy. All right, see if we got any questions here before I get ready to take some lunch. We are keeping AMD and CVS through the FOMC. I am, yes. I'm going to. Mike, I'm going to stay in both of those. I don't have enough positions to worry about the FOMC right now. Cause so I'll hold CVS, I'll hold AMD, I'll hold my Google, strangle, and, unless I get, I get sell orders in on them, all these things. NU seeing a ton of call volume, Ali. NU. Yeah, it is in the gap. It's got room to about 1230 right now, where the next resistance level is. Pretty big gap though. The gap goes all the way up to 1329, about $1.50, $1.40 to the upside. 620, $12 calls. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's out pretty far, June 20th. SPY right at the 15 here now. Momentum coming in. I'm going to get some lunch. I'm going to shut down the YouTube feed. Thanks very much, everybody on YouTube, for being here today, watching, listening. Not an awful lot to talk about today on a Fed day. Market, there's the cues right here. Gapped up, pulled back, moved up above the VWAP, and it's been pretty much above the VWAP all day long. Nice little run here, same as we got in the SPY at the same time. And you notice a stock like Tesla, it ran up at the same time as well. Right now, we're just in a basically market's in wait and see. I do have CVS, which pulled down hard this morning. Now it's bouncing. It's just about flat, and I'm still long AMD from yesterday, which is up pretty nicely here today. And I have a Google strangle, 160, 157.50. So my calls, 160 calls are in the money now by about almost $3. And again, I paid $4 for this thing yesterday. Right now, it's going for, where is it? Going for about 411, so just slightly above what I paid for it. All right, I'll be back in just a little bit here. I'm going to grab something to eat, and I'll be back. Be watching for the market to see what it does at Fed time. Okay, be right back, everybody. Jeffrey, am I still holding Uber? I am holding Uber. You know, this is probably going to be a loser. It's still right at the 50-day moving average right now. Pulled down yesterday to the 100. Today it's up $1. It was down yesterday. It's just chopping sideways right now. I don't think I have a lot of time on these things on Uber. Let me look. Yeah, they expired this week, so I'm probably gonna have to dump those things. I've got $73 puts on it, 73 puts. So it's it's in the money by about 50 cents, but I'll see what happens here at Fed time. I got a sell order in. I'm gonna change that to sell order on Uber. It's right now it's trading at $1.35 on Uber, and I paid about $4.19 for it, so down about $3 on it, a little less.